Yo, what up, people? It's your boy, the Kryptonian, saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 415. And Sanji's not my favorite character. He lost the cigarette, okay? Just want to say that right now. But I can understand why so many of you guys like Sanji now, okay? Because now I'm starting to understand this, okay? Because Sanji, the chapter's called Heat Up, right? And Sanji, he has this monologue where he says, I'm not going to go easy on you. And Jabra is firing off these different attacks. I like how earlier in the chapter, Sanji runs away. Looks like he's going to get away. Jabra comes after him, tells him that he's going to continue to hunt him. Won't stop till he's in his belly. Sanji basically leaps backwards and kicks this dude in the face, sends Jabra back, right? And that's when Jabra launches a series of attacks. At one point, it looks like there are high-pressure clone versions of these wolves just based off the air that are coming at Sanji. Sanji gets hit, loses his cigarette in the process, which I was very pissed off about. But then Sanji gets up, says, I'm not going to go easy on you from here on out. And that's when Jabra says, if you're going to get that upset and hot-headed over saving Nico Robin over a woman, you're just going to allow me to defeat you. And it makes sense. What he's saying is true. When you lose your cool, you do invite the opportunity to be defeated. So he wasn't lying to him in that regard. However, what's key about this is the fact that Sanji, he lost his cigarette. And I don't know how many of you guys know smokers, but one of my best friends is the smoker. Him and his wife, they smoke. And while I can't stand cigarettes, one of the things I notice is sometimes with smokers, when they don't have the cigarettes, they get cranky. And they smoke to alleviate the stress that they feel. And with Sanji's under a lot of stress, dealing with a lot of anger, doesn't have a cigarette, and this is the same chapter he heats up. And I know in this one, it's because you spin around, friction goes up, heats up his leg. And this was impressive as fuck. And this is why I understand, okay? Because on one hand, you do have the symbolism in that, is that Sanji lost his anchor that keeps him cool, so now he's getting pissed. And when people get pissed, the cliche is they get hot-headed. Well, Sanji doesn't get hot-headed. He gets hot-footed or hot feet, And what's really cool is Sanji's kick, not only is it powerful, okay? But because of iron, he has the heat, and it's so hot that it's like melting iron. And in this case, the heat from his kick is so strong that Jabra says it feels like his bones are melting. And when I read that, I said, holy shit, Sanji is on some next level stuff. And it's kind of like with Luffy with his gears and with Zoro with his pounds. So it's like you have the triumvirate at this point. Like, this is really cool how all three of them have just an extra gear that they can go into. I love seeing that. And I like how towards the end, Sanji, it's like, okay, yeah, I did block you, but I got this other foot here. And it looks like Sanji just one-shot Jabra with another attack. And I'm wondering, did Zeph teach him this, okay? Because I know with Zeph, it's because he kicked so much, feet got covered in blood, if I recall correctly. That's why it was Red Foot Zeph. But Zeph did teach this dude to fight, if I remember right. So I'm wondering if he taught him this, or if this was just something that Sanji learned himself. Maybe he got in a situation where like the heat wasn't working on the Barate, and Sanji had to create a fire using his feet or some shit. I don't know, but it makes sense now. It makes a lot of sense. So this was a good chapter, very entertaining. My chapter question to you guys is, how many of you guys knew about Sanji's ability? Like, I know some of you guys, you don't have the luxury I have of where you manage to stay away from spoilers. And especially, because a lot of you guys on the younger perspective, so I understand how it was for me. Like, Pokemon was really big when I was like in 3rd or 4th grade. And when the explosion first showed up and everything, right? And one of the kids in my classroom, like, the only thing I knew about Pokemon was the game, and the cartoon show was getting ready to come on, or the anime, but they're calling it a cartoon back then, and because American companies didn't know any better. But so all I knew was like, okay, you got that, the game. I just started playing the game, so I only know a little bit of the story. Well, one of my classmates was actually reading this shit and was watching this shit online, and had the guys really big on it. he spoiled the whole first season for me. So a lot of the stuff that I was getting into, I already knew was getting ready to happen. So how many of you guys, that's my question, how many of you guys knew that this ability for Sanji existed? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Have an awesome day.